When you get your quill from us, it'll come in a box like this. This is the 1/4-inch quill. The second generation quill comes in 2 pieces like that, and there is also a disc that you can put on as a cob holder for actual spinning with the quill. So you just slide that over and twist and put it in place. I'm not going to put it on fully today because that's not how we're going to use this quill. We're going to use this quill as a bobbin winder. So I'm going to just give you some information about how to do that. So here is my quill. I have removed the O-rings that come with it for the time being, and I'll show you a couple different things. So first of all, my favorite storage bobbin to use are these cardboard storage bobbins, and other people will have lots of these weaving bobbins, so they really like them. These are the 4-inch. This one's a wood one or the plastic one, and they work really well. More marginal are the large 6-inch weaving bobbins, and as you can see, there's not very much quill left when you get that on, so it's hard to hold it in place with the O-ring. Now, the other thing to notice is there's a little bit of play in the inside of all of these bobbins. The quill is a 1/4-inch, but these bobbins have slightly more than a 1/4-inch diameter interior measurement. So what we do is make up for that with something. What I have been using to date is plastic wrap, and that's been working really well, but I found something better. Ravelry Buddy, I think it was AB Knitters, was using Coban or this elastic wrap, and it's really nice and does a really good job. And this is a Curad brand. So if you can get this, it's dandy and it works really well. If not, you can use saran or plastic wrap. So what I'm going to do is just get it started with the wrap, and then I'm going to work up just a little bit. I don't want to get too much on, and I don't want to get it up past the end of the bobbin, and you'll see in a minute why that's important. So I have my one O-ring in place, and that slipped up a little bit. I'm just going to put a couple wraps. Probably that should do me. And we'll test it. Yeah, and that gives me a pretty snug fit, but not quite right. So I think I'm going to just put another little wrap down here at the bottom. And the good thing is I just can keep adding it until I get it right. Yeah, and then that's a snug fit. So now I'm just going to slide it down over, and I'm going to use my O-ring on the other end like that. Now, to actually put your quill in place as a bobbin winder, you don't want your bobbin in place because you don't have nothing to grab. So what you want to do is hold the back of your flyer with your fingers, or like here, the back of the bobbin, your thumb on the face of the spinner, and then put your quill in, and you'll feel it goes most of the way in, and then it just stops, and then give it a twist as you put it in. Now holding this keeps the flyer from slipping out the back. So now I've got that in place, and I'm going to put my bobbin back on. I got a pretty snug fit, and then I'm going to slide my other O-ring in place. So now this moves as a unit. Alright, so I've got my foot switch on the floor, and in theory I have it on tap on, tap off mode. So if I get into trouble, I can tap it to stop. And then you'll see down here I have a bobbin with some thread on it on an Ogle Lazy Kate. So I'm just going to bring it up, my thread up, and I'm going to give a couple wraps on the bobbin. And then I'm going to start with kind of a slow speed at first. And I'm just going to guide my thread back and forth to try and fill the bobbin pretty evenly. I have no tension there. If you tension it, your bobbin's probably going to start to slip. And I'm going to increase the speed. I keep one eye on the bobbin I'm coming from to make sure that I'm not getting close to the end. As I get closer to the end, I'm going to slow down a little bit. It's real easy just to run your fingers back and forth to get an even fill on the bobbins. And you might be thinking, now why would anybody do this? Well, one reason is because you don't want to buy lots and lots of spinning bobbins, so you can save a little money that way. Another reason is to use these as storage bobbins so that you can mix and mingle your singles as you ply them. So as Judith McKenzie and some other spinning notables would tell you, that you want to mix your singles up as you ply them to get a more consistent yarn. So I normally spin about 2 ounces at a time, put it on a storage bobbin, and then I ply those 2 storage bobbins together. So that's one reason. And then one last reason is going to a class where you're doing a whole bunch of spinning and you might not have time to do the plying in the class. You can just wind off to these, put them in your bag, and then you've got them for doing at home. So you see that I just kept slowing down as the bobbin was getting full, and now I'm right about to the end, and I'm so lazy I'm just going to let it come right up until it hits the leader, and then I just break that and run it the rest of the way back on the bobbin. So like I said, these bobbins, depending on how finely you're spinning, will certainly hold 3 ounces for sure, possibly 4. I haven't pushed it that far. I generally spin 2 ounces at a time and then put them on the storage bobbin and then ply them from that. So that's the way I do it. Now when you're all done, you want to take your O-ring off, remove your storage bobbin. I would put the O-ring back on and the tip protector before I take it off so I don't stab somebody. I'm going to just support it like I did at the beginning. I give it a twist and pull it out, and there you're done. So I hope that's helpful, and if you have any questions, you can post them on our HansenCrafts Ravelry group. Thanks.